To start, we're going to launch what we're calling automatic federal benefits for more than 5.5 million low-income Canadians. See, the situation is that millions of lower-income Canadians don't file their taxes, either because they don't have the resources to do so or because they think that their income is too low for it to matter. This program will pay out hundreds of millions of dollars in benefits in the next few years that would otherwise be left unclaimed, helping our most vulnerable get the supports that they need.
In a move that's being hailed by some as revolutionary and condemned by others as quietly dangerous, Prime Minister Mark Carney has announced one of the most ambitious financial overhauls in Canadian history. It's called the Automatic Tax Filing Law, and according to Ottawa, it's designed to make life easier for millions of low-income Canadians. But as with every big promise from the federal government, there's another side to the story, a side they don't want you to think about. Let's start with what we know. Carney's office confirmed that, beginning in 2027, the Canada Revenue Agency, CRA, will automatically file taxes for about 1 million Canadians, mostly low-income individuals who haven't been filing their returns. By 2028, that number is expected to balloon to 5.5 million. The idea, according to Carney, is simple. Make sure the people who qualify for government benefits actually get them. That includes payments like the Gulf Standard Time/Hawaii Standard Time Credit, the Canada Child Benefit, and the Canada Disability Benefit, programs that help millions of Canadians make ends meet. Carney called the plan a step toward fairness. But here's where things get complicated. Ottawa insists this plan is just about helping people. Yet buried deep in the policy's fine print, analysts have noticed something strange, something that could change how personal financial data is handled in this country forever. Sources close to the Department of Finance say the CRA will require new data-sharing agreements between federal and provincial agencies, including social services, employment programs, and even major banks. The official reason? To ensure accurate income assessment. Unofficially, critics are calling it the most significant expansion of government data access in a generation. And it doesn't stop there. Some internal CRA memos leaked online, reportedly from an employee whistleblower, suggest that automatic tax filing could become mandatory for certain income groups by 2030. If true, that would mean millions of Canadians could lose control over how and when their tax information is submitted. Now, the government has not confirmed these reports, and they've been quick to label them misinformation. But Canadians have heard that word before, haven't they? Because when Ottawa says, "Don't worry," history tells us, that's exactly when we should start paying attention. Let's remember, the CRA is already under fire. In recent months, the agency has faced massive staffing cuts, nearly 10,000 jobs lost since May 2024, according to the Union of Taxation Employees. Call wait times have skyrocketed. And despite repeated promises from Finance Minister François-Philippe Champagne to fix the issue within 100 days, taxpayers still report waiting hours just to speak with a human being. So here's the question. If the CRA can't even answer calls now, how will it manage millions of automatic tax filings without collapsing under the weight of its own bureaucracy? And here's another twist, one that few media outlets have dared to discuss. Multiple tech insiders claim the government has quietly contracted a Toronto-based AI company called Northern Byte Systems to help automate the tax filing process. The company's AI reportedly uses predictive income modeling, a fancy term for estimating your financial situation based on past data, bank transactions, and even spending patterns. That means, in theory, the AI could decide what you owe before you ever see the numbers. Think about that for a second. An algorithm built by a private company could soon be handling the taxes of millions of Canadians, with almost no transparency about how it calculates those returns. And if the AI makes a mistake, good luck getting it fixed. Because with tens of thousands of CRA jobs gone, human oversight will be scarce. Of course, Ottawa insists the system will be fully secure. They say the automatic tax filing law will protect Canadians from missing out on benefits they deserve. But some financial privacy advocates aren't buying it. In an interview with the Canadian Fiscal Review, one expert called the law a Trojan horse for mass data collection. Another warned it could be the first step toward a social credit-style financial tracking system, similar to what's been piloted in other countries. Is that far-fetched? Maybe. But when you consider the timing, the spending cuts, the rush to automation, the increasing control over citizens' financial records, it's hard not to wonder if this is less about helping Canadians and more about monitoring them. Meanwhile, Carney continues to sell the policy as a symbol of compassion. At a press conference on Friday, he said, "Millions of low-income Canadians don't file their taxes, either because they don't have the resources to do so, or because they think their income is too low for it to matter. Too often, those who most need benefits don't get them." And to be fair, he's right. Countless Canadians do miss out on benefits. But what he didn't say is that the same people could also lose autonomy over their own financial decisions under this new system. And there's more buried in this announcement. Carney revealed that the National School Food Program will be made permanent, feeding 400,000 children and saving families $800 a year. He also teased the return of the Canada Strong Pass, offering free or discounted access to museums, historic sites, and train travel, just in time for next year's holidays. All good news, right? Or could these flashy giveaways be distractions, meant to keep public attention away from the deeper implications of the automatic filing law? Behind the scenes, political strategists in Ottawa are reportedly calling the plan a trust-building exercise. They believe the move will make Carney's government appear caring and efficient, especially ahead of the next federal election, expected in late 2026. But critics say it's also a power move, one that tightens Ottawa's control over financial data while presenting itself as an act of kindness. Even within the CRA, some employees are nervous. Anonymous posts on internal message boards warn that the automatic filing system could be rolled out too quickly, risking errors that could cost taxpayers thousands in missed credits or false overpayments. And then there's the looming fear of cyberattacks. Canada's tax data has been targeted before, from the 2020 GC key breach to the 2023 ransomware incident that forced temporary shutdowns of CRA systems. If the government's AI-powered system becomes the central hub for millions of people's financial information, it could become a hacker's dream. So here we are. Carney says it's smart reform. Critics call it a hidden trap, a plan to help Canadians that might just give Ottawa unprecedented access to their financial lives. For now, the government insists everything is under control. The federal budget, which will officially outline these measures, is set for November 4th. Insiders say it's being treated like a cornerstone of Carney's next political chapter. But Canadians are asking, when did help start feeling like surveillance? When did simplifying taxes turn into handing over more power to a system already drowning in bureaucracy? And perhaps most importantly, when the first automatic tax filings go live in 2027, will Canadians really be better off? Or will they wake up one morning to find that their financial freedom was quietly signed away? Because one thing's for sure, whether this is the dawn of a fairer tax system or the start of something far more controlling, the automatic tax filing law will reshape how Canadians interact with their government. And not everyone will like what comes next.